Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Master of Magic, or Caster of Magic, I suppose, here on our little run as our Mirren Chaos Wizard, running some Draconians. So last episode, our first episode, we were just getting the initial establishment. We got some gold. I'm so sad about losing out on this gold over here. I'm just crying. And speaking of gold, we've been spending a lot of the money on our buildings. We may want to go and dump more into mana. But right now, especially since we have no threats currently, I think I'm very happy to use it to build up the economy. I would like to get out some more settlers, and maybe we're going to look into doing that this time over here. Miners Guild in Solinar, our capital, getting a little bit of unrest. I think what I might do is... Oh, excuse me, sorry. I was going to say build a shrine, which, I mean, maybe, because it does give us power, which is nice, but I am wondering about a Colosseum. Both lower unrest by 1, and this will increase our fame. Now, in Vanilla Master Magic, you can get heroes like basically right from turn 1. In Caster of Magic, there's the delay before they start to get offered. I think we should probably start to get them offered soon, assuming we have any fame that will help out a little bit. So I'm wondering about that. It's nice that there's no maintenance, although it's fairly costly. The shrine can be built in half the time, and it does give us the power. I think I will go ahead and do this, and I'm not going to worry about changing the tax rate or micromanaging that right now. More Hellhounds, and I'm trying to remember what I was doing with the armies. Oh, yes, over here it was... skeletons. We're going to go and take those guys out. That seems a-okay. And at some point I was like, well, we're just going to start defending some areas, but maybe not yet. I'm going to move you out this way. We're going to see. I know we're bringing back some of our troops. Oh, was I going to pop this? No. Am I just... There we go. For some reason not moving. Okay. Food's good. Money's okay. We do have the summoning circle. Yeah, which the summoning circle and right. Trying to get my spell power up a little bit more. You know what? I'm going to yoink everything into skill. We are going to run a mana deficit. We can fix that with gold. But if I screw up, we'll lose some of our critters. So I'm going to put us at 3 over here to break even on mana, so that I don't accidentally run out of things. Especially if we have a combat and I cast some spells, and then all of a sudden we run out of mana and disbands our Hellhounds. That would be really, really awful. Okay, just sit tight. Sorry about the clearing the throat there. We've got our shrine. Lovely. Unrest has been fixed. Wonderful. And yeah, I think I'm going to go and get some settler spam going on. Build up our economy a wee bit more. Oh, there's some neutral dudes. Thanks to the marketplace, we are a little low on food. We're going to have to fix that. I think I will get the farmer's market. Phantom Warriors. Okay, this should actually be fine. First of all, 1 stack of anything is mostly okay. I mean, I suppose there's going to be some beefy stuff later on. Now, Phantom Warriors can be quite dangerous because they do ignore armor. They're illusionary. They do illusionary damage, so they ignore armor. On the bright side, though, Phantom Warriors have basically... I think they literally have 0 armor. Yeah, that's why it's not showing here. And very few hit points. A single firebolt should wipe out that entire stack without any problems. And we are going to have enough mana for that. Yeah, it's got a casting time of 10, so that's going to be okay. We've got enough stored up. I do have to fix the food, so let me just do one of those. Excellent. And yeah, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go and take out a few skeletons. You know what? Hold on. Before I enter... Oh, we'll have to wait turn now, because I used up a move to do that. Excellent. You can do this and start on your marketplace, please. Before I go in here, what I'm going to do is save scum. Now, I'm not too worried about this one, and even if we lose some Hellhounds, it's not the end of the world. But there might be a bunch of, like, invisible stalkers in here, and all of a sudden we can find ourselves in a really bad situation. The luck swings can be kind of brutal. I'm just doing the saves coming on this one as kind of an example. I'm really not worried about it, but really it's something we should consider. So these skeletons are immune to things you would expect some death creatures to be. They're immune to death spells, poison. They don't get fooled by illusions. They're not bothered by cold. And skeletons in particular are immune to missile attacks. Now, non-erotic, non-magical. I believe they would still be vulnerable to our firebolt. And I think I am going to go ahead and firebolt one of these just as... Ooh. Maybe I'm wrong? Interesting. Or we just got a bad roll, which is entirely possible. I'm just going to let them get a little closer here so we can go and alpha strike these guys. There we you go. We'll be able to attack this turn. I'm just going to hit auto. And yeah, we're going to rip these things apart. I'm not terribly worried. And we got 120 gold. Isn't that lovely? I am going to go and alchemize some of it over here. Again, we get the 2-to-1 ratio because we're not alchemists. Oh, he's bypassing my town. Well, I don't have any towns that are empty. And I'm sure a firebolt will just wipe that out. So, okay, that's fine. Marketplace, no. Okay. No, I'm just going to save the money. I wonder where the heck that thing is going. If it was on land, I'd go and attack it right now, but we can't hit it, which is a wee bit unfortunate. Do I want to reinforce the towns with these things? Or do I want to maybe see if we can hunt out a little scouting and maybe hunting of a vulnerable monster lair or something? I think might still be worthwhile. All right, you are going to make it across to the other side. We've got some silver here. We've got wild game with some food, which is nice. As far as I know, you can settle on these resources and it's totally fine. But yeah, look at this. We can settle inland over here. Ooh, there's gold there too. We could settle like this far in and get advantage of the gold. But what I'm thinking is that might be a different town. Size 25. Size 24 with a 10% gold bonus. I mean, what does one extra pop really mean for us? It's got 3% extra production. I mean, it's only size 23, but it gets more production bonus, more gold bonus, and would work the gold as well if we settled on the river. Do I just do that to do a mega town? I don't know. You know what? I will. Especially this early. Like, I kind of want to cram more things in, but this will do. Those illusionary murmurs might be going for my capital. Again, I feel very confident that we can just firebolt them and not take any damage. Even if they attack my settler, is going to be okay. See that lightning bolt that happened? This is something from Caster of Magic. Combat where a wizard's fortress is, which is our capital here. At the start of every turn, it lightning bolts one random creature, one random enemy creature with damage that scales based on our casting skill. So I'm not actually going to firebolt this thing because it's going to get zapped again and we'll win. Therefore, we save some mana, which is great. Okay, you are going to go for the farmer's market. Thank you very much. All right, settler number 2. Where was that neutral town? Over there, right. So what we're going to want to do is once this town gets established, we're going to want to move the summoning circle here and then cast a bunch of hellhounds to go and take that out. Right, all the golden nightshade. Now, this nightshade's currently being worked. Oh, these are microscopic towns. I don't like it, but I might put it here. That'll get 2 gold and a nightshade. Not huge population, but I guess it'll do. Unexplored temple. What you got? Werewolves. Magic immune, fairly strong. We might be okay, but I'm not 100% sure. Suppose it depends. What did it say? Just says werewolves. Demon Lord, definitely not. There's our first hero for hire. Gunter, the Barbarian. So these, okay, the first few heroes we're going to get when we're lower fame are going to be pretty generic. There's sort of 2 tiers of heroes. There's heroes and champions kind of thing. So Gunter's not a hugely advanced hero in any way whatsoever. You notice they've got lots of hit points, lots of attack, but it's a single figure, right? So there's the multipliers are a little bit different. Gunter has might, so every time he levels up, he does extra hand-to-hand damage. Gunter's also got Throne, so at the start of the combat, he's going to do a 5 damage attack before anything else happens. Throne also means that we can attack flying creatures. And he's immune to cold, because I guess he's, used to living in Nordic countries. We are going to go ahead and hire Gunter. Excellent. Soren's got their farmer's market, which means we can probably free up a farmer again. Sorry for blowing into the mic. I was like trying to think here. Let's get the magic market. I think I am going to use these guys for town defense. I'm moving someone over here. I'm going to throw 2 in here. I'm going to throw 2 in here. And the last guy, Last Hellhound I'm going to move there. And when they arrive, what I can do is I will be able to move my flyers over to the other continent over here to reinforce. Now, Gunter by himself, there's a good chance he's going to get whooped. I mean, we can send him out with the Hellhounds, and ideally we would like him to get in some fights because they'll get more XP. They will. I think they generate 1 XP per turn all the time. Yeah, so in 30 turns, they'll level up. It's pretty slow. Combat will generate more XP, so we'd love to get him in fights. I'm just not sure that we've got a good one to send him in right now. So I'll probably just keep him safe in the capital. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and move Flyer over there. So we'll keep 2 units in here. We'll keep Gunter safe for the moment. I don't have any unit buffs currently. If I was playing Life or even Sorcery, we'd have some cool unit buffs we could throw on Gunter here. With Sorcery, we could make him flying, so he could join the fun of crossing the continents and stuff. I'm actually not entirely sure what unit buffs we will ultimately unlock here. Right. Not unit spells. Is it just under enchantments? Or is it under unit spells? Because we don't have a lot of unit spells. I wonder if our positive enchantments are going to be in there too, which we don't have a lot. Because we took Channeler, our spellbook is weighted towards more combat spells rather than unit enchantments. And Red doesn't have a ton to start off with anyway. A nice spot for maybe a Canal City over here. It's less important because I don't think we're going to be super reliant on boats. Because we've got the flying creatures, right? I will send... Tell you what, I'm going to send you 2 over here. I realize that'll generate extra unrest, but that'll be okay. A little bit of extra food. So let me go and do this. Let me change out of the settlers for a sec. We'll get a Colosseum. And I'm going to... Oops, not save. Spells. I'm going to get another Hellhound brewing just to defend. Oh, Rakir the Beastman! Wow, 2 heroes basically back-to-back. I mean... turn in between. Now, Rakir's quite a bit sexier. So, Gunter's a melee hero. Melee heroes tend to die a lot because they're going to have to run up in melee. Rakir here is a ranged character, which means he doesn't get in as much trouble, which is great. Also, he's a spellcaster, so he can cast any spell that we know. Oh, that's weird. It's highlighting resist element instead of the caster thing. There we go. He can cast any spell that we know. Which is really handy. You can also keep him in your fortress, in which case he contributes some of his skill. I think in Vanilla Master Magic, it's half. Here, it's only 1/6. So, whereas in Vanilla Master Magic, it was actually pretty strong to keep all of your caster heroes in your fortress to help you with your spell casting. Here, it's a lot less sexy. Sharpshooter, no range penalties. I think Resist Element and Wild Boars, these are spells that Rakir can cast themselves. He doesn't have resist elements built in. He can just cast resist elements. Soul Linker, extraordinary talent commanding fantastic creatures, alternatingly boosting their bonus to hit or to defend by 1 for each 2 experience levels. Super Soul Linker increases this effect 50%. Okay, so yeah, he's going to be good leading beasts. Ritual Master. Oh, he just grants me more magic power for existing. He's got Scouting for Vision. And he's got the forest over here. So yeah, you can move through forests on the map at full speed, and that's for the entire stack. We're definitely going to hire Rakir. 100%. See, one of the other reasons you want to save up some money to be able to hire these guys. And we're going to want to make some moves. He's actually going to be boosting the Hellhounds quite a bit. I'm actually now wondering if it would have been worth not attacking some of these sites, so that we could save them for when we had heroes to get them XP. I think we can take on these Guardian Spirits with all of our Hellhounds and these... Oh! Hello. Fire Elemental, you are not happy making for me. Casting skill 32. I'm going to alchemize a bunch over here. Luckily, should combat start... we can summon our own Fire Elemental? Yes, okay. And it's just a single one. Okay, so we should be able to win any fight where the Fire Elemental shows up. But I think we can do the Guardian Spirits with our heroes, so... I think that was 5 and 2 more, so brings us to 7. So I will grab the 2 heroes here and send him here, and we'll try to engage the Guardian Spirits. Doom Castle. Mega city on the other continent. But yeah, the Fire Elementals can be quite dangerous early on because they have weapon immunity. If you're only defending with regular units, things are going to be kind of sketchy. I think I will go and get a couple of swordmen in each city, in addition to the Hellhounds. We need to start padding our numbers here. There we go. We'll keep a couple there. Yeah, you're wandering around. We should still be fine wherever this decides to hit. Okay, it's going to attack the city here. So what we want to do is I'm going to lead off with my own Fire Elemental. But yeah, so they have pretty strong stats. I mean, look at this. This guy's as strong as frickin' Gunter. Actually, maybe literally so. And then yeah, it's got this weapon immunity. So if you're hitting with just normal magic weapons, oh, it's +8. I think it was +10 in vanilla. So it's technically still possible to hurt them, but not by much. I'm just gonna hit done and done here, mostly because, let's see. So it is fire immune, so we don't have to hit Firebolt. It doesn't have God tier resistance. I think we should try a Shatter here. So I don't remember if I've explained it. Resistance, basically for every cross here, every point of resistance, you have a 10% chance of resisting a spell. So a vanilla normal spell, this Fire Elemental has a 40% chance to resist it. However, quite a lot of spells actually have a built-in negative, so it's -2, which means, oh, Shatter only works on normal creatures. Dang it. I was going to say, so it only has a 20% chance of resisting that. Warpwood doesn't do anything in this case, and it's immune to Firebolt, so I guess none of that is going to work. Now, this only has a movement of 2, so if I do this, and then wait... can double attack, and apparently do no damage to it, whereas we took damage. Well, that's just rude. Okay. Good. We didn't lose our permanent unit. And losing our summon doesn't matter because the combat summon's going away at the end of combat regardless. Okay, you've got that. We definitely do need to bring some more people in, but that's theoretically going to be the Hellhounds relatively soon. I think a lot of the other things around here, we are going to need our Fire Giants to be able to start clearing them. So... go Builder's Hall so we can get the bank, which wouldn't be bad. Maybe I should just build the Forester's Guild first, actually. And then maybe go into library and things. Yeah, that sounds okay. We do have 2 food, so I can probably do that. Would shave to turn off the Colosseum. Right, okay, so you already got set, so I can patrol you here. You know, yeah, we need to, now that we've settled that city, although there was really no overlap. Even here there'd be no overlap. Here? There'd be... no, there wouldn't be overlap on the deer. I mean, this town here would be slightly more productive, but hardly enough to mention. So I'm actually going to settle right here, because it'll let us put more cities in here later on. And I think I'm still going to build here. Ari! I don't remember, I think I was going there. Okay, we grew. I think we're negative food here, so we'll have to make a slight adjustment. Well, we can wait until the combat ends. So this is a legitimate save scum over here. The last time I was fine, but this Guardian Spirit... oh, it just says a Guardian Spirit. Okay, singular. Well, see? We spotted 1. Turns out there were 2. And again, it only tells you the most powerful one. It could be Guardian Spirits plus a bunch of something else that isn't as powerful as Guardian Spirit. There could be like 8 skeletons in here. Well, sorry, 7, because 9 is the maximum stack size. So Guardian Spirits aren't too bad. I don't think the non-corporeal affects combat. Poison immunity doesn't matter for us. We're not using poison. Resistance to all. So they have a base resistance of 10, and then Guardian Spirits give everything else in the combat a +1 resistance. So they're actually sitting at 11. So we can't hit them with debuffs. It's not really going to work. And they actually have half-decent armor. So even hitting them with a Firebolt is going to be tough. But I think it is going to be worth trying to soften them up that way. They only have 7 attack. It doesn't look like scary, but they have +3 to hit. So instead of 30% chance per sword, it's a 60% chance per sword. So they're actually shockingly dangerous. We could Fire Elemental as well. Well, we have a full stack. I don't think it'll let me summon a Fire Elemental. Yeah. Unless something dies. I'm just going to start Firebolting here. Okay, good. We did some damage. Rakir, you have a ranged attack with 9 strength. You can also cast some spells using your own mana. And there you can see Fire Elemental and Wild Boars. He actually doesn't have enough skill to cast those right now, but as he levels up, he will, and then he's got access to spells we don't have access to. Or sorry, Fire Elemental is our normal spell. He gets Wild Boars and Resist Elements, which we don't currently need. +4 defense against spells, breath, and magical ranged attacks. +4 resistance against nature magic. Is kind of spiffy, but I'll just have him Firebolt. I'll have him Firebolt the same dude here. There you go. And then he's going to be out of mana. I really don't want Gunter to get involved in a melee attack. Unless, maybe a little killing blow, but that's about it. What's their movement speed on these things? It says 0 right now, which is a little weird. 2. 2 with swimming, so they don't actually fly. Not that it matters in this case, because between the flame breath and everything... 1, 2, I guess he'd be able to attack me if I did that. So just scooch up a little bit. Between the flame breath and the thrown weapons, all of our meleeers are going to be able to do okay here. Oh, this is rough terrain too. Okay, I'm just going to hit done. Because again, because of flame breath and thrown weapons, not only can I hit flyers, but I really want to get the first attack. So, spellcasting, Beastmaster, I was going to say, he doesn't have enough mana left to cast any spells. I can, and I think I will Firebolt again. I really want to minimize our deaths here. Great. So, Rakir doesn't have enough mana to cast a spell, but he's still got his bow. And yeah, I want to try to soften this with my more expendable units. There we go. I think you get XP based on how many things are killed in a fight, not, who does the meleeing or whatever. We've got 100 gold, and if we take a look at the stack, there you go, 7 XP, 9 XP for Gunter. I don't actually know how the XP mechanic works in terms of how much you get. Maybe you just get a flat amount for participating in any battle. Maybe it has to do with how many things are killed. Maybe it weights their cost. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to buy this Colosseum to deal with that unrest as quickly as possible. But yeah, I still want to keep some saved here for some mana conversion, if at all possible. Colosseum fixes the unrest. Great. Do want to get a few more units here. I mean, we do have the extra, the Hellhounds. But we might be able to clear a few more things with our 2 heroes and the Hellhounds. We're going to probably keep trying to push there. So why don't you go and get some swordmen? In Vanilla Master of Magic, excess production gets wasted. Here, I believe it does carry over and, in fact, keeps building up in a fairly generous way. I'll get at least a second swordman here. So, what was this? Few demons. I mean, we might be able to take demons. I don't remember their stats. I don't think we're going to be able to clear any of the nodes. Werewolves, I don't know if we can do that without leveling. That node, many demons. All right, we'll just explore a little bit more. Oh, I got 4 food now. I won't, excessively... Oh, that was the wrong way around. Well, actually, hang on. Can I take farmers away from another city? Yep. Yep. There we go. Perfect. Since we're overkilling the production over here anyway. So that was the... Yep. We're going to settle right here. Farmist! All right, sure. And we'll just set up a double patrol. What I should do, actually, is move the summoning circle over here. And I need more mana. Oops, that's not where I want to go. Magic. I'd still really like to get our casting skill up to 38 so that we can, in case of emergency, insta-summon a Hellhound to some city. So I'm going to go ahead and let that happen. And I'll keep trying to check. Once it hits 38, I think I'm going to swing everything over to mana production so we can spam out Hellhounds over here. I think I will start casting one, and I'll probably do some alchemy. In fact, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to alchemy some extra power points over here in the meantime. Okay. 2 units. We are going to need more, but for now, that's going to be okay. Magic Market, Library Shrine, Forester's Guild. Maybe I will do Forester's Guild. Yeah, -1 food. That's why sometimes, I just start to leave a buffer. You've got 2. You're the capital, although you're kind of inland. Now let's go to something else. What we could do is work our way up our tech tree so that we can gain access to some fancy-ass stuff. I think the Doom Drakes need the higher tier things. And yeah, some of the high tier units / buildings, I don't remember which, is date lock. This is something from Caster Magic. It's a little bit awkward, But it's interesting because they even refer to it like didn't really like the solution, but we spent like ages on forums trying to figure out a way to prevent certain like rushing tactics, and this is the best thing we could come up with, just to prevent some really degenerate weird stuff. Because you could get some random stuff that gives you some gold, so you rush some buildings and then get like one superpower unit out and then like abuse everything. We might want the War College before we start producing a bunch of power units as well. We might even want the Alchemist Guild so that our troops start with magic weapons instead of normal weapons to deal with weapon immunity. It also gives them +1 to hit, and I think gives them +1 to their defense as well. I don't think it gives them an extra. It doesn't give them an extra sword and shield. I think it gives them the +10% to both. I don't know if it's both, but I think so. And I think if you have adamantium, then you get adamantium weapons, and I think those are worth +2, which are really potent. Could just slap down a Wizards Guild. Magicians are pretty strong. It's annoying that it's a Wizards Guild and it doesn't make wizards, it makes magicians. They're pretty good. It's very expensive to build. Takes forever. The maintenance is pretty hefty, but it does give us a bunch of magic power and research, and then building magicians is pretty strong. Unless I just go to Builder's Hall, get ourselves our bank. Yeah, there's a little bit of baseline stuff. Let me do that. The Builder's Hall is really cheap to build. It's effectively, 20 is nothing and no maintenance. So we'll just do that. I think the Builder's Hall is mostly there as kind of a tech tree limiter, because there might be a race that can't build a Builder's Hall or something like that. So yeah, patrol up there. Wait, I haven't actually... Did I move the summoning circle? I did not. I'm being silly. What do I want here? Well, it's hard to argue with money, especially in our fairly large city. But yeah, I didn't actually move. Yeah, anyway, it's fine. I mean, barracks into Coliseum/War College, maybe? I mean, it doesn't help with our defense. I'll get a library. Oh, okay, no, this... I didn't... Okay, I could move it. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember if I'd moved the summoning circle. And I was like, wait, but this isn't a real town. Maybe I can't move it yet. But apparently you can move the summoning circle before it's a real town. Okay. So I'm like, I'm summoning more hellhounds over here where I don't need them? But no, we can keep spamming over here. Perfect. Let's build that up. You'll get the extra patrol. We got some excess food, but I'm going to just let it be. I don't think we've explored this one. So... just in case I decide to attack, we'll save scum it. A few ghouls. Okay, we'll take that. All right, so that's 4 ghouls and 3 skeletons. Did one of my heroes insta-die from the ranged attacks? Yeah, so we're going to use a little temporal manipulation here and reload our scum save. So I will pop in here again and then hit no to not enter, but that way we still know that it's ghouls. But there you go. Like, oh, ghouls, that's not so bad. But yeah, apparently that'll insta-nuke our one unit. That's pretty poor. Where are we here? Right. I wonder if I should just build housing. You know what? I think I will. Now, I did see a guardian spirit wandering around here. Did I not? Oh, right here. Okay, it's just 1. We've got 2 units there. We've got spells. Well, actually, we don't have much in the way of mana. I'm going to transfer this to make sure I've got plenty for the combat. And I'm not going to summon a new Hellhound right now. Oh, okay, he's ignoring that city. Good. So extra attack dollars, good. Could build an Animus Guild to get extra food from each of our farmers. It'll be good to have this somewhere where we just set a bunch of farmers, for example. Oh, God, I'm feeling like our cities are very low on defense. I think maybe in our capital here. Well, okay, does our capital have unit cost discounts? No, it does not. So it's not the ideal place to do that. Maybe here we just keep working on infrastructure buildings. But one of our cities did. Wait, didn't it? We have iron here for a unit cost discount. It's only 10% though. I don't think we've got any coal anywhere. Do we not have a unit discount city? Well, that's a shame. Because it would be great to pump out magicians there to spread to the others. Okay, since I don't have that right now, I will go for the Wizards Guild here. It's going to take forever to build, but then we can get a couple of magicians. What's the alternative? Because I want some ranged attackers and bowmans are garbage. Do we have access to shaman? Because it would say it under allows here. Oops. Saints. I'm trying to remember what saints are. They're new to Caster of Magic. I think they've got heals. I think they're basically swordmen with some heals. Well, let's build a Parthenon, because it's not going to be a bad building, and then we'll be able to see the stats of the saint, and I suspect we're going to want to build at least maybe one for some stack somewhere. Okay, there's no way we're going to do the Wizard's Tower, because it's always scary. Yeah, Death Knights are pretty bad, but we'll snoop a boot anyway. Okay, I have enough money to do some spell casting if there's an emergency. How's our skill? 36. So 2 more skill points. So it's going to be 4 more turns over here. We'll be able, well, about. Because I think the cost to raise it to the next rank is double the casting skill you're going to get to. So I think it's 72. I mean, we're producing more spell power than that. I'm assuming that in Caster Magic all overflow is good and decent and sane, but I don't actually know. Forester's Guild. We'll get a magic market. Still getting some basic buildings over here. A little bit of excess food, but that's okay. All right, you're going to attack me here. Single Guardian Spirit. I can Firebolt 3 times, which is good. Excellent. Oh, that was a good hit. Sometimes the Firebolt might do like 0 damage here if we roll low damage and they roll high in their defense. And Doom Castle is now a hamlet. I'm going to spend money to at least buy the Sawmill here to really accelerate its base. Can we check this one? No. Death Knights, definitely not interested. I will poke the sorcery node. There's 0% chance we actually attack that, though. Basic infrastructure. Granary next. Many water elementals. Water elementals are new to Caster of Magic. They function, they're very similar to the giants. You know, big chunky things that have a range attack. They definitely one-shot my heroes as is. Parthenon? Oh yeah, so that means we can look at Saints. Okay, they do have a ranged magical attack. They're pretty squishy, so there's only 4 figures. Good resistance, not a lot of health. That they got healer. Yeah, so this heals units in the stack every turn, and then they also have a healing spell they can cast in combat. I'm going to go ahead and build one. I think we'll maybe appreciate having one in every city. So we'll start this and probably distribute the Saints to each one of the cities that I've got. Do I want to level them up first? You know what? I think the answer is yes. Let's go build the War College and maybe the Alchemist Guild, which is less relevant, I think, for the Saints because we're mostly using them for the magic attack. But definitely the War College, so they start as veterans. They'll have more stats. Levels mean less in Caster Magic than in vanilla Master Magic, but... Alright, so that's our entire continent explored, right? And this is an entirely land-based army, so they cannot cross to the other continent, and I can't clear anything right now. So I'm going to send the 2 heroes back to my capital. And yeah, I'm going to send Hellhounds to various cities. But yeah, we'll have to do some more expansion over here. Builder's Hall, maybe. Oh, Miners Guild. Yeah, duh, you even have gold and everything. Oh, and we have decent money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that to rush this granary here. I'm going to want to develop Doom Castle a little bit more aggressively. Let's take a look at our skill. Hey, we got a 40. Perfect. So what I'm going to do right now, in preparation for attack, I'm going to dump everything into mana. And if we look at spells, we can instant cast Hellhounds. Boop. Now, I can also queue up another one. It'll be Den next turn. The big thing is when I'm not constantly spamming over land spells, it will give us the flexibility to potentially instantly move our summoning circle and summon new Hellhound where we need it. But yeah, so the magic skill is how much mana I can channel every turn. So 38 for a Hellhound. I'll have 2 left over to push spell into the next one, which isn't really going to amount for much, but what the heck, right? Yeah, let's keep you on production. Thank you. And again, go right into Marketplace so we can farmers market you for growth. And keep spamming out Hellhounds. You get one every single turn now, instead of averaging every other. Whoop. There's a Fire Elemental somewhere. Yeah, you know what? I'll rush that. Where's that Fire Elemental? Don't think it shows up on the mini-map. 1 Fire Elemental, 1 Hellhounds. That's kind of scary. Problem is, I don't get the instant Hellhounds because I just cast one this turn. Patrol here. We'll try to evaluate where it's going next turn. I can move the summoning circle and summon a Hellhound there. Looks like it might be going for my capital. I think I can buy you. Yeah, I mean, I'm generating mana right now, so that's okay. It might be going here, but now, okay, I think the summoning circle is already there. Yep. And this turn, I can insta-summon Hellhounds over here. Perfect. I can queue up another one, but if they're attacking here, it won't help. And then it'll waste my summon for the next turn. So I'm just going to leave it in the bank for a sec here. The other worry is that might ambush my heroes. Maybe this place will get the Wizards Guild. Slow build here. We'll get 1 place building Saints, 1 place building this. We might want the Wizards Guild everywhere because it's actually half decent value. It used to be apocalyptically expensive. You really didn't want to spam it. You only wanted to build it where you really wanted to be spawning wizards. Okay, I'm just going to stop you so you don't move. You guys will just patrol there. You guys will patrol in that city, which is great. Where do I want to summon a Hellhound? Well, if he's going to my capital, he will beat me there. So let's get a defensive Hellhound in my capital. Okay. All right, going back here. See, like, he seems to be moving around. The AI, they do have, like, perfect vision over things. I can't reach it this turn. Let me just stop that auto move. Because we should be able to handle it with this stack. Okay, mana's more than good. I'm going to keep accumulating a little bit. I'll probably bring it down in a scooch, but... Okay. So, again, the Firebolt actually, I believe, works on the Hellhounds. They don't have fire immunity. And they have really low armor. So let me Firebolt you. Oh, that did not do as well as I'd hoped. That's really crummy. Because I was thinking I can still summon a Fire Elemental to combat, but I'll still have enough mana and casting skill left over to summon a Fire Elemental next turn regardless. Wow, that is... Am I wrong about how these mechanics work? Because it should be 24 damage. It should be averaging a certain amount. I don't know, maybe it's just... Maybe it's working out fine. This guy will be able to close in and attack next turn. He'll only be able to attack my Hellhound, though. Oh, no, they have Fire Breath, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to move in with just the 1 Hellhound. Okay, I'm going to summon a Fire Elemental over here. Perfect. Yeah, we're going to be fine now. And again, I may have gone overboard on my defense, but better to go overboard than to just slightly undercalculate and lose everything, which is devastatingly bad. Okay, move 1 Hellhound in here. And yeah, I'll move most over here. The cities are biggest. With the extra units in all these cities, I can probably raise taxes, actually. Well, I go and raise you up. So it's an extra 8 gold per turn. A little bit of an RCR, although that's going to go away as soon as that Hellhound joins. Yeah, cool. Okay. I'm going to go back to Summoning Circle here. Summon the Hellhound. Thank you. I think what I'm going to want is a full stack of 9 hellhounds. Just going to move you out of the city, put you on patrol, keep casting that, and then we're going to hit this troll city. And we'll have to decide if we're keeping it or burning it down. Warp creature is going to give us a few combat options. I do have some heroes. Enchant item might be nice to kit out our heroes. On the other hand, they are limited to the one continent right now. I think I might prefer rushing fire giants so that we can keep using our summoning circle in a relevant area and develop creatures. Or I could just tech up the Doom Drakes or something and have flying units that can go everywhere. That might not be a terrible idea. But for now, you'll patrol there, you'll patrol there. That should deal with all the unrest issues. And one more Hellhound for our continent here. Hey, Gunther finally leveled up. So no more defense, which is unfortunate. Only 1 hit point, 1... See, yeah, they really don't get as much per level as they used to. War College is done. So now you're going to make Veteran Saints to spread around. There we go. And then we've got a full stack of 9 Hellhounds, which hopefully we'll be able to do this. We'll see. Do I want to be casting any of their spells right now? I think the answer is no. I think what I can do is I'm going to bring my mana production way, way down. And split it between research and skill I think is okay right now. Oh, we got another fire elemental. Okay, a few more, but we do have the extra unit in here. You know what? I'll get 1 extra Hellhound over here, and then we'll have a Saint that comes in. We are running a mana deficit, which isn't the end of the world, but I think I want to run a slight positive again. I don't want to accidentally suddenly run out of things and have a bunch of units get disbanded. I'll just get an extra little buffer from our gold here. Rakir also leveled up. That's really nice. So again, Rakir is really good at leading those conjured units, and the Ritual Master giving us more power is beautiful. So you're a Saint? Yep. And they're pulling back. Let me move straight up here to potentially reinforce that city. All right. I think I will accept whatever happens in this combat, but out of habit. Oh, these weren't trolls. I thought there was a troll city. No. Night Elf city. Dark Elf city. So these Dark Elves, all Dark Elves have a built-in magic attack. Even swordsmen, everything like that. What do we want to do with these guys? And then what do they have here? They have some cavalry. Well, Warpwood would stop their ranged attacks. They do really have a limited number of them. Firebolt. Now, they have large shields, which gives them bonuses against all ranged attacks and spells. So that's not ideal. Firebolting the cavalry would be pretty good. Doesn't really help us immediately. I think what I'm going to do is get a couple of fire elementals up in here, because I'm assuming these guys just have regular attacks. Yeah, they have different icons. They just have normal weapons. I'm going to do that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit auto and then click and hold this. And what's going to happen after all my units move, it'll just stop here, and as soon as I let go, it's no longer on auto, so I'll be able to manually cast some stuff next round. But yeah, they are hitting hard. I think they've only got 3 shots each, so they have 1 more round of these shots. We're really going to hope that the fire elementals can pull some weight here. We might lose the stack. Wow. What else do I have? Well, I may as well throw a shatter on one of these. Actually, maybe I should have done that first. Who's got the lowest resistance? Alright, I'm going to do these swordmen. I'll give them a... Yeah, there we go. It passed, so it lowered their attack, both melee and range, to 1. Okay. Now that we've closed in, our Hellhounds are doing damage. I've got no mana left, so I can just keep it on auto. I don't really feel like I need to macromanage these units. It's not combat where there's much in the way of, like, strategic clicks, I think. We might be able to, like, save a unit or 2 here or there. We're going to probably lose all of our Hellhounds. But it looks like we're going to take it. I think I'm going to say no to this. I did mean to double check. Size 12. It's not a god tier city. It does have some silver. It's not the worst position in the universe. It's probably where we'd build a city. Now, whether or not we'd want Night Elves, I don't know. So there is unrest when your race is different from the race you conquer here. So... Wait, do you not actually have bonus unrest with us? Because it'd be DR. I don't think they have additional unrest. No, I mean, there's only one person unresting here, and it's because we have no units. Holy cow. Oh, Dark Elves are going to be great for us. Okay. Now, there's no defense over here. We're going to get them started building a couple of swordmen. And I will go move my summoning circle over here, and we'll give them a couple of hellhounds. So that's one, and I'll start casting a second one. There we go, just to make sure they got some token defense. That's really good news. What is the city called? Midnight. Good name for our Dark Elves. Excellent! Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here, but that's not bad. Good episode. We've expanded a few cities. We've trashed a few things. We've got some heroes. We do have a second race. Now, this will be interesting because they have a different pool of units. We could even build Dark Elf settlers from here and then expand as Dark Elves a little bit more. The Dark Elves can build, instead of magicians, they get warlocks that come with a Doombolt spell, which is amazing. Magicians can cast, they have 20 skill points. They can cast any of the spells in your spell book. They also come with Fireball, which is redundant because we're going to have Fireball as a Chaos Mage anyway. Warlocks are different. They don't have the ability to cast your normal spells, but they can cast Doombolt once per combat, and Doombolt, I think, at least the way it used to be, is just a flat 10 damage. I think it's still the same in caster magic. It's possible the numbers changed, but that's 10, not an attack roll, just flat out you lose 10 hearts, period. It's a very, very, very powerful ability. Warlock stacks are very dangerous, and yeah, we can pump some out over here. We could probably, if we just make a group of 9 warlocks, we can clear out this probably all the threats over here. Most things. I mean, they're still vulnerable to being nuked from a distance. Oh, wow, these skeletons we can clear out. Anyway, I'm going to put a cut in here. Folks, thanks a lot for watching another episode of our Master of Magic run, and I'm going to see you guys next time.